Hey, what's up? This is part 4 on how to get your clients if you're owning a clipping agency. So, quickly run over what we've done. I'm not explaining clipping anymore. You should know it by now. You need to identify your target audience. You identify the person, and then you need to enrich the data. You need to find all of the methods that you need to respond them on. You need to message them on email, LinkedIn, Instagram, etc. Then craft the outreach message, which we've shown down here. Now we're going to set outreach mindset. So I'm literally going to make this screen white, like the screen just white right now, and you need to close your eyes and like listen to what I'm saying. Like I'm being for real. This thing by Alex Hormozi, the whole concept of outreach and doing things like this is volume negates luck. And I'm going to add something on top of that. Targeted volume destroys luck. So, for example, if you're owning a business and you're doing cold calling, you could cold call 1,000 people a day, and you would probably get business, even if you sucked at cold calling, because you'd get good at cold calling because you're cold calling 1,000 people a day. Fair enough. The other part is that what if you had high intensity phone calling? You were calling the right people and knew what to say. Then you would obliterate luck. You would get clients, and that's the whole point. So with this method that we're doing, finding the right person, enriching the data, and now you have the great copy, you will do fine. You just need to do enough output. For example, this message I used. Look, you can open your eyes now. This message I used got me someone. I was lucky. They responded back and they said, hey, I've tried clipping in the past and it sucked, but we're looking for clipping right now. That was lucky. There is no way on earth I could have ever predicted that. Emailing them, be like, hey, I know you're looking for clipping. Like, how am I supposed to know that? Right? But I got on the sales call, and it was great. And they realized that they spent like $15,000 and got like 30,000 views. Like, wow, like that, like we can blow that out of the water. So this whole thing is that it's luck. Like it's luck. Business is lucky, but if you're there every day, you won't miss a lucky day. So I know a lot of people in the clipping space do 100 a day. I say tone it down. Do 20 or 30 consistently a day, but high personalization and on every single platform. What that's going to do is that you're going to do a lot of volume, and you're also going to be doing follow-ups, which will increase to like 100 a day, but you're not doing like first touches 100 a day. Right? And what that'll do is it'll teach you to have highly personalized messages, and you need to be outreaching on every single account. So often what my day does is I wake up and I do all of my outreach for the day, and I finish. You get really fast at doing it because a lot of times you're just copy and pasting. We'll get into that later. You're copying and pasting, but then the second part of the day is finding leads and enriching them. If you just sorry for hearing dripping, there's literally a hole in my ceiling and there's water dripping. Hear that? It's crazy. Anyway, that is what you need to do. You just need to do volume, high intensity. Volume negates luck. High intensity, highly personalized volume obliterates it. That's the most important thing. It's your mindset here. Volume, and you're gonna get rejected. I have gotten probably, technically, hundreds of people at this point. Yeah, hundreds of people have seen my messages. I've basically been rejected, even though they've said I'm not interested. If they saw it, opened it, and read it, I basically got rejected. Too bad. Like, that's just how it is. We're basically asking people for money, if you want to think about it. But we're providing a great value service in return, right? You're going to get rejection. And at the start, you want to start thinking about, instead of, oh my God, I need to get clients, you need to think about your input goals. You really need to start thinking about, hey, I'm basing my value of my day and how productive it was. If my head is hitting the pillow at the end of the night, if it was a good day is if I did my inputs, not if I signed a client. Because if it was, and we're comparing to everybody else, it's like, okay, I'm not like Bill Gates, then my life sucks. But that's not it. What's what the work you're doing right now. Now, the second one is persistence. I talked about it. You just got to keep going, dude. It sucks. Like, you're going to message 300 people and then no one's going to respond. Realistically, if you're doing my method, you won't. But that could happen. But if you just keep going, you won't stop. And the thing is, it's a double-edged sword because you're sending the outreach messages, and these people might not respond. But you're also getting your word out there. And at the same time, the other side of the sword is you're getting better at it. In life, the way to get good at things is to just do it. Do the thing. You want to get good at riding a bike? Go ride a bike. Don't read a book on how to ride a bike. Sure, you can read a little bit, but you want to go do the thing. You don't want to just sit there and be like, how do I optimize my message? No. Your goal is just inputs. Your actual inputs are sending the messages. The person who spends a week crafting the perfect message versus someone who spends a week sending messages, by the end of the week, the person who sent the messages are going to have better messages because they've had real-world experience. And you can also do split testing. That's a whole other thing. But just kind of switch up maybe the opener and whatnot. But that's it. You need to have the right mindset when it comes to this. Input-driven, volume negates luck, highly personalized, scrutinous volume obliterates it. Lastly, you're going to get rejected and just keep going. All right, that was number 4. Let's continue to number 5. Halfway done.